Good morning, you guys. How are you? It's good to see everybody. Happy Monday and all that. Yes, Bad Idea Lab. It's all about you today.
Monday and all that.
Oh, I hear echo.
Yes,
Hold on.
Bad Idea Lab. It's all about you today.
Uh-oh,
Monday
can't have echo. What are you, an
I
amateur?
hear echo.
Oh gosh,
Yes,
echo
Bad
here
Idea
too.
Lab. It's all about you
Oh my
today.
gosh, it's so Monday. That was bad. Okay, wait, let's get to where I need to be. I need to be over here. Let's see, I need to make sure we're collecting. Nope, wrong button. Oh my gosh, it is Monday. Kelly needs to go back to bed. No, I'm good. I really am. I have a lot to do today. Too much to do today. Let's make sure we're collecting hashtag coffees, right? Make sure it's working. Everybody, if you've already put in hashtag coffee, can you please do it again? My count is from the beginning, not bad, not good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Hold on. Open another screen. Let me take care of this. New window. I think you guys can still see me when I do this, but it is not doing what I want it to do already. We're not going to have that today. You will work machine because I will push the right buttons because you know it's all about the machine. It's not about me. No, it's me. It's totally me. It's okay. I know that. Get this restarted and see if it's better. Okay, that's better. Yeah, put in hashtag coffee again, you guys. I'm even going to do it and see what it does. There we go. James, you need the other thing in front of that. That's the wrong thingy in front of it. Good morning, Bad Idea Lab. Casey Jones, good morning. Good to see you. I know it feels like it's about you, but I never actually pick a topic to be about one person. That would single you out and make you not feel good, you know? And I'm all about being socially awkward personalities. I will never judge you on that because you all know I'm sort of socially awkward too. Good morning, Treasure X. Good to see you. But hey, if it feels like the shoe fits. Hi, Anne, my muddy mess. How are you? Hi, Crubby the Beagle. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's seeing hello, hello, hello. Hashtag coffee is getting in there. Yeah, put it in there a couple times. It's been fun today. Hi, Lucky James Eller. Good morning. Good morning. John Mayo. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, we're at the bottom. There we go. So I see the topic today is already resonating with some of you. If you do have a socially awkward personality, you probably already know that. Celebrate it. Have fun. It's good to be out of the norm. When you decide to dance to the beat of a different, I know that's continuing somewhere. Plugsy, good morning. Wake up. It's Monday if you forgot. Swiveler's in the house, my swiveler. Good morning. Good to see you. So how many people can relate to that? Or how many people know of someone who has a socially awkward personality? I think I do. I've come a long way in the last whatever years. I really have, but I think I'm still socially awkward, and I think my solution to that is just to be really quiet. Okay, but this is in no way negative thing to be socially awkward as far as I'm concerned. To be different from the norm is to me is great. I always say it's outside of the box. Yeah, different drummer. It's best to choose one with the rhythm. That's right. That's right. Yep. Anne, more now than when you were younger. Why do you think that is, Anne? Do you want to share that with us? Do you want to share why you think you're more socially awkward now? I don't think I'm more socially awkward at all now. I think I'm accepting who I am more now. And I have found that more people are a bit different. You're going through school, it's always being in the cool kids club and stuff like that. I never had time for that. At least that's what I told myself, is I never had time for that. Somewhere did I always want to be in the cool kids club? Who didn't? What was I? No, I was socially awkward. I still am. Plug says, but also in the end, nothing really matters. So have fun. That's right, Plugs. Have fun. For sure. Everybody's saying hi, Challenging Kitchen. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, have fun. Really have fun. So today is the first day of me catching up on all the prizes I have to give out. Okay, I have to give out. Okay, I know I've been way behind, but we will be caught up. It'll probably take us the next 6 months to get caught up, but we will. I'm trying to do 2 things a day, and it will get done. Anne says it's because she's not out and around people much as when I was in work or school. Yeah. Yeah. When you are working and you're going to school, you're around the same group of people all the time. And I think you change as you're around somebody. Okay. When you're first around somebody, you're a bit hesitant. Most people are, or you're really loud. You're one way or the other. I have heard this, that people who are extremely loud are usually shy. And you're going, what? Okay. They're shy with themselves, and it's a form of being shy, and it's a form of reacting. Okay. You act that way so people don't really know the real you. And those people are actually shy to share themselves, who are really loud, you know. And as we get older, we get into our circle, we get into our work circle, our friend circle, our very intimate circle, and we don't get out as much as we used to in general. There's some people who still get out a whole lot. I try my best to get out. I try and talk to people everywhere I go. I spend time, I ran into some guys doing a video for YouTube yesterday, and they were really fun. I hope they get a hold of me. They said they're just starting out their channel, but they were stopping people on a street. Well, just, we were actually in front of a bunch of restaurants. I was door dashing and asking questions, having a reaction to a song. Yeah, those were the 2 things. And the guy was filming it all. And this guy was dressed up really cute, really funny. He had white hair on, a wig on, and stuff like that, and a funny tie and stuff like that, and was carrying a thing. And I thought it was really fun. It was a really fun interaction. Okay. 10 years ago, I can't say I would have took the time to have that fun interaction. Okay. But now that I do YouTube and then I've been out in front of you guys for a while, I actually find it easier to have the fun interactions. When I was going in to pick up the order, I noticed they were talking to somebody else and I walked past. Okay. When I came out with the order, they were right there. And it's like, dudes, I don't have time. Walk with me. Let's talk. Okay. And it was just fun. It was fun. It was probably maybe a 2-minute interaction, but I had to go because I'm dashing and they're on a clock. But I hope that he does well. And I hope that to run into him, because if he does come in, we will share him out, especially being a new YouTuber. He was fun. It was funny. Great interaction. But I can't say 10 years ago I would have had that same interaction. It would be like, ooh, avoid that guy. And I didn't avoid him at all. And conversation was coming easy and talking. So I can see the more we get out, at least the more I get out, the easier it is to interact with people all the time. Exactly. We've become comfortable with ourselves. We have become comfortable with ourselves and accepting of ourselves. And if I could go back and tell myself anything, my younger me, I would have told myself, chillax. It's okay to be different. Because I don't know, through school, I did my best to hide that I was different, but it was too damn obvious. Right? Really super obvious that I was different. Okay. Yeah, I had so much fun with these guys, and it was just like 2-minute interaction. So I hope their video comes out great, and I hope they get in touch with me, because I will blast it for them. You know how I am. I wouldn't call that being shy, being loud. Swiveler, it is funny because I met this woman years ago. It's actually a cousin's mother-in-law, and she's always too loud. And I never thought of it that way. And then I went back and started thinking, why are people that way? And then all of a sudden, all this stuff coming up is it's a form of being shy, which is really weird because I thought you're being loud, conversation loud, you talk loud, it's awkward. There's a moment to talk, a moment to shut up. Not to be rude, but there is. There's a moment to shut your mouth. And every time I saw her, she was just like, wow. I was like, oh my gosh, please take it down a notch. Right? And everything I read about that it's being shy. And that's like compensate weird ways. I'm no social busy bee still, but I'm a social wallflower. Yep. Yeah. I used to be more. Yeah. Yeah. I think Swiveler, yeah, they're drawing attention being loud, but they're doing that so you don't see the real them. And it didn't make sense to me, and it still doesn't sit quite right with me, but that's how it was explained to me. So I don't know. Something to think about, something to talk about. Okay. I just made a pot of coffee, and the basket part is sitting in front of them. It's going to be a little thin, that coffee. Or did you throw the coffee in the other part without the basket? Oh, no. Oh, no. Not coffee disasters so early in the morning. Can't be that. Yeah, she's feeling for you, too. To me, being loud is obnoxious, very obnoxious. This lady, it's hard to be around her. Okay. But apparently, once she gets to know you, she just tones it down. Now, there are people who come in a room, and as they come in the room, it's like, whoa, see me. Right? Okay. There are people I know that if they're in the room, I don't exist. And that's okay, too. Because I would rather be the fly on the wall listening, which is odd. I would rather look at what's going on all around me. And you learn so much about people by listening. Right? One mouth, two ears. One mouth, two ears. Right? If I could go back, Casey Jones says, if I could go back and talk to my younger middle school self, I'd say to him to stay the course and trust even more sparingly. Yep. Stay the course. Trust more. I think there's a lot of us who trust too quickly. We trust our intimate details about ourselves and our life too quickly. We overshare. Not everybody, but a lot of people overshare. I don't want to discourage you from sharing here because your sharing could actually help somebody. Right? I just had an interaction yesterday from somebody from my past. And a few years back, I ran into them. And I said a few things to them that totally changed their path, their future, the path they were taking in their future. And I was like, ooh. Okay, now did it change it for the good? According to them, yes. But I had no idea that at that moment in time, that interaction that was maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes would totally change their path. Okay, because of something I said. All right, ran into him yesterday and he was telling me all about it. And I was like, ooh. So you got to watch too, because what you say. I mean, I hadn't seen him for years before that, right? And then we had this brief interaction, ran into him in a store, and it was a brief interaction, and it changed his whole path. And I ran into yesterday, and he was telling me about it. I was like, oh, holy crud, really? Right? Not in a bad way, by the way. It wasn't a bad way, but be careful what you say, right? Sometimes Challenging Kitchen says sometimes being an observer is the best way to get first impressions of new people. It is. It is. When I was over at JP Lawn's wedding, birthday bash and wedding and stuff like that, I did more just sitting and watching. I had hurt my Achilles, so I wasn't going to go in the water because the last thing this old fat lady needed to do was fall in the water, right? With all the men around. Because then I'd be suddenly the baby of the weekend. I just know it. They're really good guys, and they would, I didn't want to do that. So, so I did more silent observing. And I learned so much filming and just sitting back and watching those guys interact and spending this male bonding time that I got to see a view that I don't often get to see. And the importance of male bonding is really important. These are a group of guys. The wives are there too. But the group of guys are down there panning gold and doing guy stuff. Okay? And to be able to see this group come together and do that, and be able to be the fly on the wall, the silent watcher, the observer, was amazing. Okay. And I was so blessed to get that time, right? To be able to see it and know that men need to come together in a positive way. I'm not talking about getting a beer with your buddies at the bar and sitting around the table bitching about your kids and your wife. These guys weren't doing that. Okay. And I didn't hear anybody complaining about their spouses one way or the other. Right. And I loved it. It was a positive experience. Very, very positive. Oh, let's get this one first. Sorry. The old owl poem suits a social wildflower. I don't know the old owl poem. I'll have to look that up. TJIF, good morning. How are you? Running and doing chores, are you? Yeah, I know how that goes. Adrian, good morning. Good to see you here. If you guys see somebody that you don't recognize and you have time, please check out their channel and see if there's someone you would like to watch and follow. Okay, a lot of good people here. Good morning. Oops, my finger's in the wrong place. That won't work. Roadhog, good morning. That sounds right to me. Nice to see you, Roadhog. I'm a people watcher. You will be amazed what people do when they think no one is looking. You are right. And I have to remember when I'm out in public that people are always looking. All right? And I know that sounds funny, but people are always watching. Okay? And you need to be aware of that in your behavior too. I was having an interaction when I was door dashing with the kids who were running the show at the fast food joint, and it wasn't going well. And you could see that they were physically and visibly frustrated. And a whole bunch of us were waiting for orders, and we were frustrated. Okay? But I handled it by being positive and giving a few directions. And the one kid who was in charge was actually very grateful. And he said so, and you could see it on his face. And I turned around and almost walked into the guy behind me. And he says, "Oh my gosh, it's Grandma Kelly. I knew it was you." And I was like, okay, he heard the whole interaction. I had no idea he was already in our group, right? Cool. Very cool to see a fan. Very cool to see a follower, somebody who's in our group. Okay, very, very cool. But if I would have handled that in a different way, it would have damaged my online image. Do I have an online image? Everybody does. Okay, I try and make my online image match my real image as much as I can. And people, when you meet me, you'll make that decision on your own. If my online image is the same as my real image. This year, I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible. No, I'm not going to air all my dirty laundry. Eventually, you guys will know more and more and more about me. All right? But that's the only way I can help you by letting you know things about my past and my life. But I have a goal to keep my online image the same as my offline image. So it's consistent, right? You never know who's watching. That could bother some people. It doesn't bother me. As long as you're true to yourself and you're true to what you're doing and you're true to your image, it shouldn't bother you. Right? Challenging Kitchen says, absolutely. Roadhog, it just makes it easier to check out channels. I'm just trying to share and grow. We grow here, Roadhog, as people. We grow here as channels. If you have something coming up and you want to share it, if you have something you're working on and an event or anything and you want to share it, if you just put out a really awesome, cool video and you want to share it, please share it. Okay? I don't look at you as competition. I look at you as a teammate, right? Raising tides raise all ships, right? You are more than welcome to share your stuff here, right? Okay, right? Can I say right again? Right. Challenging Kitchen says that's good. Thank you. Let's see, what's this? Bad Idea says save it. Thanks for the paper filter. Thanks to the paper filter. Oh, the coffee thing. Nice. Roadhog says, oops, Roadhog, I missed you. Sorry. Nice to see you and talk to you too, Grandma Kelly. It's great to see you. Challenging Kitchen just dug out her car from under the icy snow. Oh, man. It's cold here today, guys. It's 22. We don't have snow on the horizon, but man, that's friggin' cold. I hate that. Casey Jones says, the less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we be more like the wise old bird? That's the ending to the poem. That is beautiful. That is true. The less he spoke, the more he heard. You know, if you're speaking, you can't hear, right? Okay. Another side of that people don't think about is if you're speaking in here about to yourself, the voice in here, about what you're going to say next, where you want to direct the conversation and all that other stuff, you're not listening to what the person is saying. And the conversation ends up being about all you, right? 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen, then speak. Listen to what's really being said. If you need a second to process, you take a second to process after you've listened. At least that's the rules of listening good. Johnson Family Adventure is in the house. Good to see you. This is Clam Bake, right? New name. I like the name. Okay. Challenging Kitchen says nice, Casey. Okay, Bad Idea Lil. Came home from working last night at 26 degrees, no heater on, and frozen water lines again. Oh my gosh. You know, I leave my heater on 24/7. I leave it at 70. I just do. I know there's people who probably have all kinds of comments about wasting and stuff like that with that. Good morning, Steve. It's Desert Adventures in Arizona. Here's the link. Oh, I can't do that on here. What am I doing that here? I have to be over here, Desert Steve. Let's get back up. Here you go. I'm going to repin him to the top and replace the message that's up there. The question, people with social awkward personalities tend to be more loyal to their friends and faithful when in a relationship, is scrolling across the bottom. After us on Mondays is Steve, Desert Adventures in Arizona. I call him Desert Steve. He does a 1 hour live too. So if you have the time and you can pop over and show support, if you can't stay for the whole thing, that's okay. Just try and take a second and pop over there, give him a thumbs up, make a comment, something in order to help him grow. Okay. YouTube really likes that. Doesn't bother me. That's why I started my YouTube channel. Exactly what I thought too. Okay. Adrian says it's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m., right? In the UK, it's nighttime, right? Should be. 33 in the desert this morning. People are saying hi. Perfect. Stopped in for sport and I gotta go to my wife's stream. Bye. Blistering Barnacles, I have been really busy today. Busy's good. Work is good. Blistering, good morning. Chew, good morning, Chew. It's good to see you. Nice to have you in the house. Desert Steve says, thanks, Kelly, preparing for our Ironwood meetup. So we'll be in and out of chat today. Fun. I'll hit that one day. One day I'd love to come down. Okay, let's see. Right now, my thermostat is at 70. I always keep my thermostat at 70. I don't have frozen pipes that way. I don't come home to a freezing cold house. Probably cost me more on my bill, though. My water supply is not into the house yet, so before I left, I stocked up on water jugs. I'll be fine. Good idea, bad idea. Good idea. Okay, I am all caught up. Okay, the question today. Boom, let's get this down where it needs to be. People who are with social awkward personalities tend to be more loyal to their friends and faithful when in a relationship. We all agree with that? Have we experienced that? Good morning, Mary King. Good to see you. Not much, not work so much. I helped a man who got ran over by a car. Oh, God, that's not good. I mean, it's good you helped him. Ran over by a car is awful. Good for helping. Desert Steve says, Kelly, would love to sit by the campfire and chat with you down here. I'd love that. We're almost there, Steve. I'm almost there. Working on the freedom idea. Okay. So back to topic. Yes, I believe that, Roadhog says. Okay, have you experienced it? Are you one of those socially awkward people? And what makes you a socially awkward people? Because you're not one of the norm? We all know about normal, right? It is a setting on the washing machine. Normal is a setting on the washing machine. I think that's funny, if especially as growing up. Good morning, Timmy Ray the King. Good to see you this morning. I think that's funny, not funny, haha, funny, odd, is that most of us, even if you talk to the popular kids and they're being honest with you and they're away from their group, okay, they have moments where they are feeling socially awkward too. And in fact, they hide it as best as they can. I would rather be the kid who's known as being socially awkward because less is expected of me. Which sounds funny. Okay. But to be popular, to be one of the in kids, especially when you're in school, you have to keep that image up. You don't get to have a bad day. Right? Bad hair day, bad clothes day. It's hard to be popular. It's a whole nother strain. Right? I would rather be the socially awkward kid. Because you find true friends. You find friends who like you that day, even though you forgot to brush your teeth or you ran out of time. Okay? You have friends who don't care that your clothes match or that you're not wearing the latest and the greatest. Right? So where has this impacted your life and what side do you think you're on? I started a YouTube. Does that make me awkward? I don't know, but I never was popular. I don't know if starting a YouTube channel makes you awkward. It's sure people find that funny, right? My family, my immediate family are YouTubers. So my sons were YouTubers before I was. But they do find it funny that their mom monetized so quick. Because they were kind of like joking about, you should put that on YouTube, Mom. Thank you, Desert Or Steve, thank you. He's been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Right? I don't know. How do you feel about it, Roadhog? Does that make you awkward? Makes you different. I've had kids sit there and put their hands on their hip and say, you can't be a YouTuber. You're too old. And their mom's like, no, it's okay. Okay. They don't think of somebody like me as being able to be a YouTuber because I'm 58, almost 59, right? Definitely too old for that kind of fad. Am I socially awkward? I don't know, and I don't care. Did I used to care? Yeah, I used to care. You guys, some of you guys who know my past and my childhood and being in school and not being able to read till I was 12 and having really bad dyslexia and the whispers of, she's such a pretty girl, but she's kind of retarded. That was the word they used. I'm not deaf, guys. And I am not stupid. Okay? But I grew up that way. I grew up with that in school, especially elementary school. Right? So was I socially awkward? I don't know. I think they more were socially awkward. When I was a kid in school, I will try to be high class, Grandma. You tried to be high class. How did that work for you? Wonder Allah. How are you? Good to see you. Going to bed. Hello, Wonder Allah. Lala. Good to see you. Right? Thank you, Wonder. Good to see you too. My best friend is socially awkward. Great guy. Amazing guy, right? I won't judge you on your socially awkwardness. I don't care if you're socially awkward. Okay, we all have things. And to be normal, and mainstream is kind of really boring. Right? Kingfisher's in the house. Good morning, sir. How are you? How was work? How was your day? It is true. I became friends with people in school, not for their chosen faith or political beliefs, not really all that, all fired, great boyfriend to my mismatched girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta look past the outside and see the inside. It's really important to look past the outside and see the inside. I knew some very beautiful people who were so ugly. And some very ugly people who were so beautiful. I don't find too many people ugly, though. I really don't. I think people are just beautiful. Okay? But there are some people whose insides are really ugly. Loyal to a fault, but just as fierce. Yeah. Grandma Kelly, when I was a kid growing up and going to school, I was trying to be high class. Yep. That's right. You already said that, but yes. Hello, Talca. How is chilly? Yeah, I hope it's warm. Today it's chilly here. It's 22 degrees Fahrenheit here. Man, that's cold. I saw plenty of people that are older on YouTube, and I was put in special education classes because I was slower than anyone else in my studies. Yeah. Roadhog, when I grew up, there was a special school for kids. And it was, I'm going to say the word, and I know it offends some of you, but that's the word they used, and that's what they called me. Retarded. Okay. The special education children who were truly, Down syndrome, really low IQs, had trouble dressing themselves, went to a special school. Okay. By the time I was in second grade, I had been tested for extreme dyslexia. They all knew it. Okay. But there was either standard school or special ed school. And the special ed school was seriously, they taught you how to dress yourself, feed yourself, that kind of stuff. And I'd hear them talking, and the conversation would be like this. Remember, I couldn't read anything, right? And how much that has to do with your daily class is a lot. Okay, I was 6th grade. I was still in the 1st grade reader, but that's because I'd managed to hold it in my head, not because I knew how to read it. I didn't learn to read till I was in junior high in 7th grade. And then they had a special class, and there was 15 kids in that class who had managed to get through elementary school with never learning how to read because they had reading disabilities. This was before they would take you aside. Now they just they take you aside and they have a special tutor time with you with a teacher who knows how to teach dyslexic kids, and you're not thought of as special education. In those days, they just flat out say, it's too bad, she's kind of a little bit retarded. Those were the words. The adults, teachers, principal, vice principals. I had a pass. I would just, when I couldn't sit in class anymore, I'd just get up and leave. Right? Okay. I wasn't good enough for the regular class, but I wasn't bad enough for the bad class. But it's really funny how when I went to college at 16 and was taking college classes, I got straight A's. Okay. My problem was not that I couldn't learn. My problem was that I needed to be taught differently. And I was definitely outside the average and definitely outside the norm. Boom, like that. Okay. Being slower in the standard school system doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. And it took me so long to get a grip on that. It just means you need to be taught differently. Because 1 year in this other classroom in junior high with the other 15 kids in the school district who had been suffering the same as me, one, I was no longer alone. They all had similar stories. Okay, they were all passed grade to grade to grade because they were all slightly retarded. Okay, not dyslexic. Okay, they actually had the word dyslexic. They knew I was a dyslexic in 2nd grade. Okay, but that's how they referred to it. What? Right? 15 other kids through the big school system who landed, because the other elementary schools all come together and land together. Same learning problems as I had. All learned to read in one year. By the end of the year, I was reading Stephen King. Okay? By the end of the year, I could read Stephen King novels. Am I broken or is the system broken? Because I didn't fit in the box? That's how I spent my elementary school years. They don't do that anymore. They identify you immediately and get you help. Immediately and get you help. There's no kids growing up like we did at our age. Like those 15 kids in our school district did at our age. Okay? Not here, not in Washington State. You are identified like that and you're helped immediately by the school system, which is amazing and which is good because there's all kinds of social problems that come with that. A lot of the kids who act out can't read. I didn't act out. I just got real quiet. Can she even speak? They'd say that in front of me. I'm talking the adults at school would say that. Can she even speak? Yeah, but I was told to be quiet, so I didn't interrupt the class. So I was always quiet. Can she speak? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. I saw plenty of people that are older on YouTube, and I was, there we go. We already did that one. Let's get going. Let's get down. Let's get sharing. Oh, I missed something. Casey says she was a cheerleader and popular. A good friend sticks with you when the times are bad. The ones who don't are not your friends. That is true. You find a lot of things about friends when the world is going bad. Who really is your friend? I may not like the word, but it's so true. Happened to you, Roadhog, too, right? It was hard, right? It was really hard. It was mean. But it was the times. See, I don't even look at it as a learning disability, Casey Jones. Okay, it's not a learning disability. I needed to be taught differently. It was a different way I need to learn. I don't think it's a disability. Okay, as soon as I hit that different teacher in 7th grade who was trained in how to teach us to read, life was fine. Within a year, I was reading novels. By the time I was 16, I was at college doing college level classes and getting A's. Okay? I don't look at it as a learning disability. I look at it as needing to learn outside the box. And my whole life I've been outside the box. And I'm happy to be that way. All right? Really happy to be outside the box. I feel sorry for people who are inside a box. A lot of us are in there. Most of us are in there by our own invention. Okay, I don't want to be inside the box. You can't problem solve. You can't find your way out of situations because you're so stuck in the box that you can't see what's going on from the outside. A lot of you know I have a dear friend in my life who pegs me all the time from anything from the outside, helps me with my blind side. It's amazing. Okay? Do I get irritated and not say anything? All the time. Hi, Adventures with Papa. Good morning. It's good to see you like always. Very nice. Angie, good morning. Good to see you. Yep. Keep working. Making money is important, girl. It makes the world go round. It's good that they're now understanding that learning disabilities don't mean you are the ugly R word now. Yeah. I use the word because the word was used. Okay. The word was used with liberty. Always hushed, thinking that for some reason, because I was dyslexic, that I couldn't hear. How do you think I got along in life? If you couldn't hear it, you couldn't read it, you had to hear it, right? People are funny. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Yeah, I was in 6th grade at a 3rd grade reading book, so I understand what you're saying. I'm a hands-on learner. Right. You don't have a disability, and don't take dyslexia as a disability. Don't own that box. I will not own that box. I need to be taught different. I don't follow the norm of the school. School has to be for the majority of the children. Okay, that's the only way it works. But what happens when you're not in the majority? Right? This happened. I was in 6th grade at a 3rd grade reading book. So I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I was in a first grade reading book. Same book. Okay. Same 1st grade book. I've been reading for 6 years. Right? I had teachers who were creative though. When they wanted me to write a paragraph or they wanted me to, the kids had to do some writing or something like that, I would get sent to the hall. There was a desk out there with a teacher helper, and she'd say, okay, this is your assignment. Tell me a story about it. And I would tell her a story about it. I'd make up a story about it. Because there was nothing wrong with my brain or my mouth. Okay, so I would tell her the story instead of writing it down, and she'd give me a grade. It's probably when I got into English 101 and did my first writing assignment. Okay, my teacher turned around and said to me, we should try and get this published. I went, what? Okay, she said, you should send it out to the Reader Digest and stuff like that. This is a great story. What? Yeah, that's the kid who can't read and write. Yep. Right? I did okay in the mainstream classes, but a couple of special ed classes. I read the dictionary cover to cover. That's amazing, Casey Jones. My son went to a special school and is now in a special college. I think mainstream schools should visit one regular to see how bright these kids are. Connor is leaving in July with 2 diplomas. That's amazing, Kingfisher. Right? We all have our things. We all have our things. And being outside of the box is okay. Being sociably awkward is okay. Dwelling on it and worrying about it, not letting yourself get out there because you are, is not okay. Okay? Don't shut yourself in your house because you don't follow the norm, because you don't fit in the box. Get out anyways. Okay? As Juice would say, something like, fly your freak flag. Seriously. Get out there. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how awkward you are socially. Get out there. Get out. Take care of yourself. Fresh air is a beautiful thing. The world is beautiful. Joseph, good morning. It's great to see you, sweetie. Topic today: people with socially awkward personalities tend to be more loyal to their friends and faithful in their relationships. I find that so true because you have friends who are your friends. Not because you're popular or you're cool or because you're this or because you're that. They're your friends because they really like you. Right? I would rather choose a friend who was socially awkward than somebody who had it all together. But then I wouldn't choose one over the other either, because I don't do that. Everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. We got to, all the time, we got to dislike the R word. Absolutely. It's caused me so much pain in my life. I've told you guys a little story about my little boyfriend, Alex McKay, who liked me so much. He used to sit next to me and talk to me all the time. Showed up on my birthday with this horse. Okay, because he knew I loved horses. I loved horses. Right, when I was a kid. I don't know, it was 4th, 5th, 6th grade, something like that. No concept of time. That's part of my learning thing. Right? I told this story before. I don't know how many of you were here. His mom wanted to meet this little girl that Alex was so in love with. All right. And when she saw that it was me, she said to him, retarded girlies don't make good babies. You can't have a relationship or friendship with her. Don't be her friend. Said it. I heard it. There's nothing wrong with me. Oh my gosh. Said something along those lines. Hurt so bad. Hurt so bad. Cried all the way home. And then I had to walk a mile and a half home, so it was a long cry. Hi, ski researcher. How are you? Yes, adults can be stupid and mean. Don't be one of those mean and stupid adults, please. Anita, Madtown, Magnet Fishing Adventures. How are you, Anita? Good morning. To my son, we are all disabled. He's the normal one. Yeah, right? Who doesn't have things? If you don't have things, you're lying. Everybody has things. Okay, even the people who appear to have it really together, they have things. We all do. So fess it up and be okay with it. Some people totally excel at things. That's great. That's great. Hi, Anita. Doing well. Right? Let's see. Let's get down here. Good morning, Papa. I hope I didn't miss you. I think I said hello to you. When I was in school, the bullies were the ones who had learning issues. So they bullied so not to be made fun of. That's right. I noticed that too. I noticed that a lot. Okay. But with my learning issues, what I did is I got really quiet, which made people think that I couldn't talk. right? I'm going to have somebody run in here for a Google code in a minute. He knows I'm on a live, right? Corner Clubhouse Colbert. Good morning. Good to see you here. Yes, you can come in. You've already interrupted. Hey, Yobo Joy Kid in the house.
Hello.
Get down here. Hey,
Hi
guys.
Rare Joey moment.
This is Yo Boy Joey. If you haven't checked him out, do. He's interrupting his mama's live.
Sorry, I forgot you were live.
Oh, thinking of his mama first. Okay, here. You get this back to this page and you pull up the code you need, okay?
Yep.
I saw that come up. This is Yo Boy Joey. If you haven't checked him out, please do. He's kicking my butt with subscribers right now. Yeah.
I'm on that ground.
We both have this goal to be at 10K by the end of 2023. Well, he's going to be there in a matter of months. Me, I'm struggling. But the first year I beat you.
Yeah.
Okay. 2022 I beat him.
Yeah.
2023 he's gonna beat me. But it's okay.
Why do I keep forgetting?
Well, just do a print screen and send it to yourself. Get out of here. I'm doing
do
a live.
My phone's broken.
Oh, his phone is broken. We're gonna do phone shopping this morning. I always like that. I love that you guys are sharing things here. This is great. In 5th grade, I was my own college level literature class. Just me in it. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. John Mayo says the word is handicap. Yes, it is now. It's not even handicap now. I think politically correct is even something else. Yeah. Let's get down here. Math was your struggle. Now math I was good at. Math I was amazing at. Couldn't do a word problem. So again, I would be out in the desk at the hallway. Okay, and everybody took 3s this way or 6 this ways and 6 this ways for me. If I made a 3 like this or a 3 like this, they were good with it. If I made a 6 like this or a 6 like this, they were good with it. My teachers, right? So I would end up in the hall at the special desk again with the teacher helper, and she would read the word questions to me, and I would do the math. Math I was great at. I never transposed my 9 in my 9. Okay, but I'd write my 9 this way, and I'd write my 9 that way. Either way. You know what I mean? Either this way or that way. But I never confused my 9 with my 6. I would just flip everything around. 5s, same thing. 5s could go both ways or go the correct way. So my numbers could be switched over, but not upside down. They never would. I don't know why that is. So let's talk this way. So I birthed this child, and I don't know where she came from. Her name is Karina, number 2. Child number 2. Good morning, Green Hornet. Great to see you. Welcome. Plugs, welcome. Where have you been? I miss you, Plugs. Oh. Okay, we're trying to get down to the end because I'm going to tell you about the other side of this story. Nightheart, good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Zaxon, where are you? I see that you're in the house somewhere. Zaxon's here. Yay, Zaxon. Okay, let's get down here. Let's get down here. Yeah, see this? Watch this. See Plugs put #coffee backwards? I can read it both ways. That is what I do. I am amazing at reading something both ways, or mix up the letters and I still know the word. Okay, I don't know why it's that way. Socially awkward, that's me. Fessing up to a good deal. Me too. People make a bad word bad, and you can make a word awesome seem derogatory if you try. Yep, that's true. That's true. Very true. Going down. I'm not awkward. I just choose eye level friends. Okay. No. Yes, please share your channels. That's what we're about here. Channels and anything creative and interesting that's coming up or that you posted. You know, it's all good. Venture, my favorite lurker, is in the house. Always. I'm trying to get the bottom of this because I want to talk about something that's the like opposite. Wait. Wait. Is Joey a pole, Grandma? What's a pole? Joey's a monetized YouTuber. He's Yo Boy Joey, and he actually has 3 channels. So he's doing amazing. It's really funny. MJ, good morning. I saw you were in here and I didn't highlight you. I missed that. I'll get you next time. Okay. So, daughter number 2, Karina. Okay. Really short. She was really short. I thought she'd never get taller than me, but she did. They wanted to put her, she was so short by the time she was 3. Okay. They wanted to put her on steroids, which you have to go through puberty with a daily shot. Okay. Because she was so tiny. Okay. Very, very tiny. You know, she eventually grew. She's taller than me now. So she eventually grew. And I know I did not do the steroids. I would never do that to a girl or a boy. I wouldn't do that to one of my kids. Okay. But man, was she smart. Right? My next child, TJ, quickly outgrew her. So people would get confused. And TJ's more like me. Takes him a little bit more time to learn things, but when he does, he's got it. Okay. He was in speech therapy by the time he was 3. But Karina could talk volumes. She's intelligent, super smart, like freaky, super smart. I wanted her to be in a special class because they kept trying to, first of all, they kept trying to pass her up. Second of all, it was obvious she was way ahead of her grade level and her age. Yeah, race car backwards is race car. You can read it one way or the other. Swiveler. It's the same both ways. Anyway, so she was super, super smart. Okay. And so finally instead of passing her up, she could have passed up to 3 grades easy. Instead of passing her up, we put her in the special classroom for the smart kids. And she didn't want to go, but it was like you had to do something. She was way ahead. The teacher would assignment and the board should be done. No challenges here. Okay. No challenges at all. Right. So we put her in a special classroom in third grade, and she'd come home and she'd cry and cry. I don't want to be there, Mom. I don't want to be in the special kids classroom because they treat you differently. You're a social outcast. You're weird if you're super smart. Okay, it's just the polar opposite of me, but you're still treated like you're weird, like you're awkward, like you're different, like something's wrong with you because you're really smart. You wouldn't think it's true, but the other kids do that, right? And she came home, and I'll never forget this. This is so ingrained in my brain. It's the last day she had to go to the special classroom. I put her back in standard school because that's where she wanted to be. Okay. She said, Mom, can't I just be stupid like the rest of you? Little 3rd grade girl crying so hard. Can't I just be stupid like the rest of you? It's like, oh my gosh, Karina. Oh my. So the other side of the coin is just as bad. Thank you, Roadhog. That's my YouTube dog. That's Moosey. That's Moose. It's just as bad for kids growing up being super smart. Okay. I got the vision from the other perspective. She got the vision from the other one. She went on to Running Start. She, graduated. She went in with full and Husky at the University of Washington. She graduated the same time as her older sister. She could have probably done it even earlier, but she didn't want to. She just kind of wanted to be with her group. Right? She didn't want to be different. But she's different. And how many kids are struggling? It goes back to the fat, skinny thing we were talking about the other day. Okay? Anytime you are out of the society's average box, anytime something is different from you, about you, or you're outside of the box of the norm, okay? People seem to think it's okay. You wouldn't walk up to somebody and say, my God, you're super fat. You wouldn't walk up to, but you would walk up to somebody and say, man, you're super skinny. Do you know that skinny kid, that skinny person, that skinny something, whoever you are, that hurts just as bad. You know how hard they try and put on muscle and weight? I know this because we have the fat side, we have the skinny side, we have both. You're either fat or you're skinny. In our hand, not in between. People who are in between in our family work really hard to stay in between, right? Would I rather be shorter than taller? Absolutely. I don't know why. Okay, but we have cousins in our family who are 6'7", 6'8". Okay. I'm the oldest of the cousins, and I am so stupid short compared to them. 5'3". Okay, you would think, oh, that's not all that short, but it is in my family, right? You know how much people hate it when people see somebody super tall and say, wow, you're really tall? Really? Really? Why is that okay to walk up to a stranger and say that? Would you walk up to a stranger and say, man, you're really short? Okay. Oh, that's an interesting fact. I didn't know that. Palindrome words are easier to spell with dyslexia. It's interesting. So that's my superpower. I can read forward and backwards because I can. Invert a whole text, a paragraph backwards. I can still read it. I can just go. Words are totally backwards. Okay. That is a thing in society. So when you're outside of the box of the normal average, okay, it is a different challenge in your life to try and not feel awkward. Okay. If you feel awkward, people, decide to change that. If you are, quote unquote, sociably awkward, who cares? And if somebody wants to point that out to you, or somebody wants to dwell on that, I can't really be friends with him. He's so socially awkward. They are not your friend. Right? People with socially awkward personalities tend to be more loyal to their friends and faithful when in relationships. And the whole reason because of this, that I believe this is an absolute truth, is because their friends are real friends. Their relationships are real relationships based on core values, not on appearance, not on social standing. Okay? If you have a socially awkward personality, do not let that stop you. Do not let that slow you down from the big world. Okay? Don't do that. Get out there, because there's many, many people out there who understand this concept. Right? And your friendships are based on true friendships. And your relationships are based on true relationships with fundamental values. Right? I'm going to sneeze again. Yay, forced air heating. Right? Yes, thank you, Kingfisher. I'm on the time. It's time. Hashtag coffee. Let's go. What do you guys think? Thank you, Challenging Kitchen. Okay. Thank you, Treasure X. Okay. If I go back, does it mess it up? There should be more than this in here. And the funny part is when I go draw now, we'll see your name. Are you ready? Nightheart, it's you. You got it. As promised, you guys have seen the dog tags that Tommy has been sending are making for me. Okay. I promise by February 1st, I will be catching up on all my giveaways. It's actually starting earlier. Guido's not in here today, but I'm sending his out, which will make one page go away. Okay. My goal is to try and get 2 out a day starting February 1st. But as you know, money can be an issue. Okay. I'm a young channel still. I know a lot of you people don't know that or think that, but I am. I'm still a small channel. And I'm a single mom of 3 teenagers. And 2 of them are in the high athletics. Right? That's another thing. If you want to donate to a very good cause, as far as I'm concerned, and it's the hardest people to raise money for, is it's kids who excel. Joseph and Jordan, my twins, are top fighters in the United States in Taekwondo. I'm talking Olympic bound. There is no money in the United States for people who excel like this. Okay, I was told years ago that I have to fundraise and get good at fundraising if I'm going to keep them in and let them keep going for their dreams. This is their dream, not mine. So when I fundraise for these things, it's for the boys. Okay? Okay, remember I have Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Just put for the Olympians or put for the boys. And that money all goes into a special savings account to help them on their journey to the Olympics. All right? As I promised, I will catch up on all the giveaways. The office just became available. The room next door became available to me today. So I have to strip it down, clean it up, and then move my office in there. Okay? There will be makeshift going on starting today. Makeshift setting up to get that stuff out. The metal business cards are really cool. I don't know if you guys also saw the dog tags. He's making me dog tags. They should be in the mail like real soon here. So I'm going to get things set up and I'm going to start mailing those out. I kind of want to wait for the dog tags. Okay, because I would like you to get some. I got chains for them and little clips, and hopefully they'll all work. I think collecting the dog tags would be really, really fun. Okay, I actually like them better than stickers because you can put them, all on one chain and hang them up or whatever you want to do, right? But I'll start giving those out with my stuff, and they should be coming soon. And I'll keep ordering from Tommy. Tommy's starting out his company. It's River Sticks Outdoors. You can find them through that. Please, you guys, if you want to think about helping somebody else start up their company, it's a good thing. Okay, he's a little bit stuck. He's a van lifer, soon to be a bus lifer. He decided to put his energy towards buying a laser instead of putting in a new engine because he's parked right now in a safe place. Right? And the reason why he did that is because he can start having his own income. Right? And then that way he can fix his rig or buy a bus or do something else. And soon he'll be, within the next handful of months, I'm pretty soon he'll be out traveling, going on the road, doing engravings. He can do engravings on knives and guns. And he's working on doing pictures on coins. And he's working on honing his craft. Right now he has dog tags pretty much down and he has business cards down. They are really cool. So, instead of sending your money off to a no-name person that you don't know, this is a way to help another person that you do know. Does that make sense? Another thing I want to touch on real quick before we leave. I had someone contact me this weekend. You guys know I have no control over notifications. Whether you get notified I have a live on or whether you get any notifications from my channel at all. Somebody sent me a message saying that they had no choice but to unsub me because I sent out 29 notifications in one day. Okay. First of all, if you feel like you need to unsub from my channel, just do it. I don't need to hear about it. I don't need to hear your reasoning. Okay, unless you want to cause anger and hurt, you can do that because you want to vent. Okay. My response to this individual was a simple bye. Right? Why? I have no control of YouTube and their notifications. That is not in my wheelhouse. Right? I don't do that. If you feel like you're getting too many notifications from me, please go turn off notifications. You know where to find me. My schedule doesn't change much. You know where my channel is, right? But don't send me a nasty email or a nasty comment that you're going to have to unsubscribe because I sent you too many notifications. That tells me you don't know how YouTube works. I have no control of that. I don't know why they sent this individual 29 notifications. I would find that amusing. If, like Swiveler, I turn on my YouTube and boom, I got 29 notifications from me, I would laugh because that's about the status quo, right? None or too many. I do post a lot of content. I do share out a lot of channels. You guys know this. Okay, so I ask in advance, if you're getting too many notifications from me, turn off the notification because I can't control that. Right? Yes, and there's no point in dealing with the negativity. Right? Yep. And that's okay. That's one person who probably shouldn't be in our group because we don't need the negativity. Right? Right? Right. Here we go, MJ. Good morning, MJ. It only gives you notifications when you ask for all notifications. That's right. Hi, She-Devil. Right? 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 My response was not negative. My response was not going to entertain him. My response was not going to say, please stay with me. Okay, my response was a simple bye. Because they didn't know how YouTube worked. Right? You send me a communication and it's like, oh my God, Kelly, I got 29 notifications from you. I hope you're laughing because I am laughing. I laughed at that too because that's so YouTube, feast or famine. And they have a lot of channels to watch over, and it's a big machine. There's going to be mess up after mess up after mess up. We all know this. Hi, Bud. The Bud Files is in town. But we're leaving. Again, if you find yourself to be socially awkward or somebody has said that your personality is socially awkward, know that this is the truth. People with socially awkward personalities tend to be more loyal to their friends and faithful in their relationships. As I have grown older, I value more than your looks, more than your social status, more than your social abilities, more than anything. I value true friends and I value loyalty. I value people who are faithful. I value people who speak the truth, even when I don't want to hear the truth. Okay? Those are things that I value more and more as I get older. Okay? And know that I find this to be a true fact about you. Things I put up were open to discussion because they're always sometimes they're off and I don't agree with them. And sometimes I totally agree with them. This is one thing that I'll totally agree with. And if you are socially awkward in your personality, know that you are blessed because your friends are your friends. And your relationships are true. Okay? You may not have 50 million friends, but nobody really does. Right? She Devil, I'd like to get to know you better because I think you'd be one of my true friends. Okay? I think you would be. And all you people that I've met and actually took selfies with and seen you one-on-one, you're beautiful people, whether you're socially awkward or not. That is not a qualification. That's a point of view. That's an opinion. That's an opinion of someone who does not matter. Remember that, socially awkward personalities. That is an opinion of somebody who does not matter and shouldn't matter. Don't let it stop you from getting out. Don't let it stop you from being you. You guys all have a great day. Happy Monday. I sure love you. I hope your week is amazing. Find the positive. Choose to find the positive. And everyone who can be here at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning to help wake me up, help start my day. I so appreciate it, you guys. I really appreciate you guys. You do not know how much. Plugsy, where have you been, dude? I've been feeling like neglected by you, Plugsy. You guys gotta love Plugsy. He's amazing. I just got squirreled again. Okay. I really appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys being here. And I appreciate you guys hashing out topics with me. Together we will grow as people. Only fix yourself. You cannot fix those around you. Mandy's Candy, good morning. You can only fix yourself, not those around you. Be a light. Be an example. Okay? People are watching even when you think they're not. Okay? I love you all. No, you're crazy, man. No. But I love you, Plugsy. Bye, guys. Bye, Mandy. I don't remember saying hi. I hope I did. See you tomorrow. Life is going on.